I am so happy right now. This package right here, if it is what I think it is, it wasn't supposed to arrive until Friday. It wasn't supposed to arrive until Friday. If it's the other one, then it wasn't supposed to arrive until like the 26th. It is the 14th today. So I think it's the one that's supposed to arrive on Friday. And it is live. So without further ado, let's open this package together. Okay, so crazy. I just read what it is, and it's the one that's supposed to be coming on the 26th. So it beat the ones that are coming on Friday. So these are 5-horned Nerite freshwater aquarium snails. I've ordered these before, and I've only got 3 left. It was a little stressful on them because of the move. Ooh, they're looking great. And they all have horns on them. Oh, this is upside down. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Let me just lay them back in and I'll get a better slow video for you. They're looking awesome. Nice. I love the little horns on them. I am going to put one in here. There's already one snail in here with diamond. I'm gonna put another one. Had a problem in this fish tank. I found a leech. So I got this trap, and it's supposed to get planaria worms as well. I haven't seen any planaria, thank goodness. And apparently they're kind of rare. There's another type of worm. I'm gonna botch the name. Anyway, there's another type of worm that's okay to have in your fish tank, and I did not have it. What I had was a leech, and it looks like a little worm. And it was disgusting, and I kind of freaked out. But what I'm ordering for this tank is Cardina shrimp, red cherry shrimp. I got 3 different colors, red, blue, and yellow. So that's what's going in here. And I didn't want any of those leeches harming them. So the reason I'm getting those is they're kind of like a cleanup crew. My other idea, so one of the snails is gonna go in here. I haven't showed this project yet. This is my carnivorous plant tank and kind of a root starter for houseplants. I can start some roots over here. Basically, it's a humidity tank for my tropical plants and any plants that I want to get off to a good start. I can see some roots right there on that. We did some work outside today. I'm dirty. Wandering Jew plant, and all the plants in it. I put some sand on here. I don't know. I'm not real happy with my decision to do that. I just had moss on here. I thought, oh, it might look pretty to have something white, and not doing great. Shouldn't have done it. That one's doing great. In fact, I'm gonna get that sand off of there right now. Okay, I replaced it with perlite because I couldn't get all that sand off of there, but I think that looks better already. They weren't happy with that sand that I put on them. Anyway, most of the plants in here are doing fabulous. Sometimes you try something new and it doesn't work out. That's what that was. So, especially these Venus flytraps. This pitcher plant, oh my goodness. And this little baby pitcher plant, it's hard to see. But he is growing. This one, that one. So this one, and this one, hard to see until you get it at an angle, are Sarracenia pitcher plants. This is my Nepenthes pitcher plant, And these are Venus flytrap babies from the mother plants. These are the 2 mother plants. So there's my plant genealogy. All right, so this tub, I came up with this idea. I have a video on it. A special it's like a humidity tank for my tropical plants, carnivorous plants, my plants that require some special requirements, special care. So they need more humidity, and where I live, there's just not humidity. And I came up with this plastic container idea because the video I watched said to put it in a fish tank, in a 10-gallon aquarium. And I didn't want to run out and buy a 10-gallon aquarium. Also, when I looked online, they were like anywhere from $100 to $200 just for a regular 10-gallon aquarium. Nothing fancy, no filter, no nothing. So I really didn't want to spend $100 on a filter. I mean, not a filter. I didn't want to spend $100 on an aquarium. So I had a bunch of these plastic totes from moving and arranging all of our stuff, and I use them for toy boxes. Like, I just had extra plastic totes. And this one had a lid. So, and plus, if I went out to buy this new, it would have been $30 as opposed to $100, and it's going to do the same thing that the glass aquarium would have done. And anyway, I got this setup going. I didn't have any sand or gravel in the bottom there. But as it was going, I also was in the middle of my beta project, our beta fish diamond project, and starting up. Hannah bought a beta fish, and I've been researching all about beta fish and just learning about their care. And so that has been so fun. I've also learned that the aquarium hobby has a lot of like little gadgets you can buy, and that adds up really quickly too. But things that go with beta fish to keep their water clean and all of that are these Neocaridina shrimp. Neocaridina. Red cherry shrimp. And since she's just a baby, she probably won't be able to fit those in her mouth because they're bigger. Like, they're probably the same size as her. When she's an adult, she could probably eat them. But if they've been living in her tank long enough, she might just leave them alone. So I ordered these Neocaridina shrimp. I found a really good deal on Amazon for these live shrimp. I also went ahead and got snails because, like I said, we only have 3 left now, and I put 1 in there. And with those leeches, they crawl like this, like an inchworm. I don't get creeped out by a lot of things, but it was creepy to see that going at the side of the tank. I was like, oh my gosh, my aquarium has worms. Ah! So then I'm like, what kind of worms are these? I'm like researching, and I found out there's some beneficial worms, and they were definitely not the beneficial ones. Then I find out there's planaria. They're definitely not the planarias, but they looked more similar to a planaria than the good worms. And so I was just like, oh, what do I do? And then I find out that it's a leech, and that's even more creepy because they could like leech onto your snails and baby shrimp. And so anyway, I went down a whole rabbit hole with all of that. But basically I ordered extra shrimp as insurance. So I think I got 25 shrimp, and I don't think 25 shrimp should go in a 5-gallon. So Diamond is in a 5-gallon aquarium, which is kind of a good size for a beta. I have been researching that even 10 gallons is even better, but since she's a baby, I think 5-gallon is just fine. Goldie is in a 10-gallon and is gonna have to get out of that 10-gallon one. You saw how big Goldie is getting. Goldie, little backstory on Goldie. Haley wanted a goldfish from the fair forever, and we let her play the little game at the fair. Finally, we let her play this little goldfish game, and she won the dang goldfish. And so then we're like, okay, I guess we have a goldfish now. And I think it's going to be 3 years old now. So we've had this goldfish for 3 years, brought it with us for the move. It lived at my mom's house for a while during the move. It's just got a really funny backstory. So Goldie is a part of Hume's Little Homestead. And when I read online, if you take good care of goldfish, they can live up to 20 years. 20 years. So we're in it for the long haul with Goldie. We've got this fish happy setup, but it's going to get too big for that tank as well, which is really funny because I guess goldfish will grow and grow and grow and grow. So maybe a pond That would be kind of fun. Koi pond. Okay. That wouldn't be for a couple years. What is buzzing? Do you hear that? Okay, that was a really loud buzzing. Okay, on to this. So I got 25 Neocaridina shrimp in the mail coming. Those are the 5 horned snails. I love how they look. They're really cool. And the snails that died were the ones with the horns. And so, like, I ordered 5 horned snails last time, but 3 of them didn't really have the horns. I don't know if it's because they're babies and their horns are going to come in later, but they had the same striping pattern, just no horns. And so I went ahead and ordered 5 of those snails as well, because I was like, if I'm going to be making this into an aquarium situation, probably need a few snails in here too. So 1 snail is going to go in with diamond, 4 are going to go into this setup that I have. And the Neocaridina shrimp requirements were very similar in pH and all of that, because I have to use distilled water in this, I don't know what to call it now. It was my carnivorous plant tank, my humidity tank, my humidity plant tank, my humid plant tank, my controlled environment. Okay, I don't know what to call this thing. If you want to give me ideas of what to call this contraption I've built for the Neocaridina shrimp, the horned snails, and the carnivorous plants, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. It's kind of just like a little tropical river now. That's what's happening in here. And I'm sorry, I did not film putting in the aquarium sand and the rocks. I was just talking to Ryan about this the other day. I love to film. I really love filming our projects and what I do. But sometimes you need a time to unplug and just do your hobby without filming yourself. So I did this one without filming it. And it's not like super cute. I've been watching a lot of videos of aquascaping, and so it's not anywhere near how those videos look. My main goal here is to provide a safe environment for the shrimp and as close to their natural habitat as possible. They live in like rivers is what it says. So I think this is kind of good. It's pretty shallow, like a river. There's the aeration right here, over here. And this equipment was pretty cheap. So the sand and the rocks were not cheap. Unfortunately, I spent a little too much on that. But hey, I saved money on reusing this and recycling this. But the air pump was pretty cheap. Originally, I bought the air pump because we built another shrimp tank up here. I wasn't going to mention this. This is a brine shrimp hatchery that we built. I don't know if it's working. The brine shrimp are to feed diamond. Like I said, I got in deep with this betta fish. I'm spoiling it. We got in deep. But yeah, so I'm going to add the 4 snails in here. It'll be fun. Maybe I'll set the camera up right here and put them in there. And put 1 snail in with diamond. I'm still so surprised that the snails came before the shrimp, because the shrimp are scheduled to get here Friday. I wonder if the shrimp will come on Thursday instead. I've been so nervous because they shipped. So I always get nervous when there's live things in the mail. I feel bad for them, especially on hot days. Anyway, let's get these kitties out of here. its 4 little buddies and put in the brand new tank that I built. All right, little guys, let's put you in too. They're just so cool with those little horns. I can't get over how cool they look. They are my favorite snail species to have in aquariums.
Tropical freaking haven.
Doing really good. Ryan apparently didn't notice this huge setup I put in our bedroom. Ryan just barely discovered this giant setup that I wasn't hiding from him in our bedroom. Apparently he hadn't seen what I was doing in this corner. Since this tank doesn't really have a lot of algae buildup or anything yet, so I'm just gonna drop it in there right next to them. I got this fish food because I think it's supposed to sink down to the bottom. Also, it came with this adorable tiny spoon, so let's put a little tiny spoonful in there. And it is not sinking. Oh, there we go. It's sinking. It is sinking. Good. Ooh, that's pretty cool how you can see him from the side. I came up with a name, everybody. Ryan was making fun of me a little bit. Tropical Haven. What do you think? My tropical haven? For my shrimp, cool snails, and plants. Now, I don't think the snails will climb up out of the water because they don't in my other tanks. That one is on his back. Need a little help, buddy? That one right there. He's on his back. I'm going to use the other end of the spoon and see if I can... There we go. Is that better? Alright. I'm a weirdo talking to my snails and plants. Hope you've enjoyed this video. What? I thought that was a roly-poly. I almost freaked out. Okay, roly-polies really freaked me out. Just a Venus flytrap. Living its life cycle out. Alright, let's put the lid back on, get the humidity back up for these plants. And maybe I'll make a short about these things to see how they're doing. I'm super excited. This company that sent me these 5 snails, I don't know if it was the same one as I used last time. I'll have to look. But these, all 5 of them have the little horns on their snails. That was like the biggest disappointment of the last shipment, opening it up, and only 2 of the snails had the horns on them. And then those 2 were the ones that died. So weird. These ones are looking very strong and healthy though. Live, my creatures, live. So you really didn't notice that giant tank in the middle of our room?
No, I did not. I knew there was a tank over there, but I never looked at it. And then I looked and there was like water in it.
This is so funny. How do you like your bike?
Good, so far. Gotta put it all together though.
Looks pretty cool.
If you guys don't got a wife that gets excited over live shrimp, I don't know what you're doing.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying our content, please like and subscribe.